Hello everyone. My name is Eugene, and I am a first-year law student. I am running for the position of secretary for this election. If I were to be elected, I intend to enhance and refine the health safety protocols and systems involved in the university events, and to ensure professionalism and efficiency in moments of chaos by collecting and obtaining a database of information. As a student body representative, I also intend to practice transparency in all modes of communication, while also practice being approachable to other students should they encounter any complications, to build a mutual trust and reliance between Rumsa and the student body. I also plan to practice proactivity and engagement and collaboration in all existing UoRM clubs and strategies to assist and guide them should they require any additional help or guidance. And finally, to ease integration and avoid feelings of alienation and foreignness, I wish to establish a comprehensive model handbook for new UD students, especially international students, to feel a greater sense of diversity. An experience that I had in trying to juggle between multiple tasks at once is actually just preparing for this election. I had to film a video and I had to, make the poster at the same time and while also making sure that the members of my team are the needs of the members of my team are being entertained too. And so, if I were to be put in such situations, I would, first of all, if I were to have secretariats, I would delegate tasks to secretariats. And because I believe that a collaborative environment are those that produces the most productive and fosters an environment where structure and proper procedural obligations are being attended to. And for my own preparations, I would have everything listed down. I would try to like allocate time. So like for at this time, let's say I would uh, do this, and at another time I would have this done, and I'll have for example, I would have my meeting minutes being done at this time, and I will prepare it in advance and to make sure that and I'll prepare in advance and let my secretaries know about the flow of the schedule and the meetings and stuff. And if I really don't have the capacity to be able to attend such meetings, I would delegate such tasks to my secretariats. And if they have any questions, I would attend to them. And after these meetings are done, I would ask them if there are any, if there are any issues with the problem, and I will cross check with them and ensure that uh, the overall flow of the meeting is being done properly.
Okay.
Taking on the role of secretary that requires a lot of organization and management, and hence when I perform such tasks, I tend to make use of the notes and reminders app for me to first of all note down uh, what I want to accomplish at a certain task, and also the reminders app for me to I will like remind myself at a certain time what should be done and and what the task of what I want to do should be done. And also when it comes to like a more structural system where it requires more information and like more organization, I tend to make use of Microsoft Excel and spreadsheet. And if it's in any way a collaborative project, I will make use of uh, platforms such as Word documents and Google documents where whatever is written down and stuff that is written down by not only me but by um, other people who are also editing the document can be tracked and cross-checked immediately. Um, in tackling such tasks, if it's information that is relating to sensitive information and cannot be disclosed entirely and be completely transparent about it, I would let relevant parties know that such information is sensitive information, and I would try to let them know about the information that of which I can disclose, and I'll refrain from mentioning anything that is not allowed to be mentioned. And if it's in all means that I'm allowed to be completely transparent, I would tell them, I would inform the relevant parties of the information that is closest to the truth. But usually when it's like something information that is being passed on from the school staff to the students, I would be more careful and be more filtered with the word choices and information that I choose to disclose because this is the information that is relating to the affairs of the university, and such informations cannot be disclosed transparently or 100%. But if it's a concern that is related to a student, I would try my best to represent them and give 100%, 100% of what's the truth and convey the message to the university or the relevant parties. Okay, when it comes to situations like this, I believe that active communication is key to remedy such situations. And first of all, as taking the role as secretary, I would first of all actively ask them what seems to be the issue with such dissatisfactions expressed in them, and if there happen to be any misunderstanding between the parties, and if there are any conflicts of interest, and if and then after hearing what they have to say, I would come to the people of the people that are working with me, and I would come to a meeting and ask them and tell them what I have found from these interactions I had with the students, and if there if if I would then report the findings of if let's say if there happens to be conflicting parties, and then I would see if there is a way to compromise and to ensure that the needs of the students are also being accounted for. And yeah. Okay, so first of all, if there happens to be that I agree with these marginalized people, I would, before I give my own input, I would ask these marginalized group of people if what the reasons behind such a dissatisfaction happens to be, and then I would combine it with what my thoughts and opinions as to why I feel dissatisfied with such a decision, and come forward and consult my fellow officers as to why these, you know, because I believe communication is key again. So I would come forward to discuss with my fellow officers as to what the issue of the issue of what the people I'm representing happens to, and I will ensure that they understand and acknowledge the reasons for such a desired question by um, pushing the reasons such. And if there happens to still be dissatisfaction, I may, if necessary, I may appoint such an issue to maybe the university. But if the university happens to also disagree with such a decision, I would try to compromise with my fellow officers and try to see if there is a better solution. Because at the end of the day, getting the work done is the main goal, in my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eugene.
And so how I would what I aim to achieve during my tenure is to, first of all, as listed on my manifestos, is to establish the health safety protocol system, because I believe that this this protocol and this system that I am trying to implement is not a priority, but it is a necessity for the students of the university in events where health emergencies were to occur. These are the proper protocols that we have to follow to ensure the welfare and the safety of the students. And to measure my satisfaction as at the end of my tenure is not by if the students are satisfied with what I have done for them, regardless of not, because you can never satisfy everyone. But as long as I have done and achieved most of what I have wished to achieve, and I'm satisfied with the effort and the work I've put into, I believe that is enough to measure my success at the end of the day. And also, I would also like to say that even if I do not happen to achieve all of the tasks, at all of the stuff that I've written out in my manifesto, I believe that I am able to still leave something for the next secretary candidate to take on the task, because I believe that uh, such uh, such 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 a proposal is a necessity for the students of the university, and it's something that is worth fighting for.
This one.
As now, I will maintain my integrity among peers if they happen to be taking advantage of this. But I would voice out my concerns to the officers in my peers, and ensure that they understand where I'm coming from, and ensure that if let's say I was doing more than what I was supposed to, or like if they don't put out as much effort as I do, I would let them know that uh, there's only so much that I can handle, and that if it's really affecting my mental health and my overall well-being, I would let them know that I would let them know that um, I would I would let them know that I am trying my best, but this is not something that I can handle right now. I have my own task and I'm willing to help, but if this is crossing the line, then I will let them know.
That's an
I would
opinion
like to say that, just because it is something that is out of my dog scope does not mean that I cannot have such manifestos, and that I cannot help out with the the issues that are relating to the other officers. But what I really mean from the manifesto is that as a secretary, my goal is and job is to communicate with the relevant parties. So in this case, like if it's the clubs and societies, I will try to communicate with the secretary of that club and society, and like ask them if they need any guidance or any assistance, and if possible, they can just reach out to me, and if to build that relationship of like mutual trust and reliance is enough for to build future build that trust for relationship for like future events, or like if there even is like collaborations, is the foundation is there by reaching out to such differentiaries that part of those parties.
Greetings everyone, my name is Kashina, but feel free to call me Nia. I'm 19 years old and I'm currently a first year in finance and business management. Finance has always inspired me. Growing up, I watched my family succeed through it with smart financial decisions. I hope to build on their success and help others do the same. And for me, while money not everything, undeniably plays a pivotal role for many in improving the quality of life. It empowers us to pursue our dreams, uplift communities, and make meaningful contributions to the world. As treasurer, I aim to bring strong financial stewardship, transparent practices, innovative ideas to serve our community effectively. Thank you, and I look forward to it. So when it comes to cost reduction, there's a few things that I plan on doing. So for the first one is to reuse materials that we already have, because when functions and price happen, we tend to buy things, new ones, in hopes that it would make the function better or something like that. But when we have old things already, it might not be in the best condition, but we can get creative and upcycle those products too. That's not necessarily supposed to buy anything new. And secondly, is I was thinking that we could seek assistance from third party, the sponsorship, or just any kind of package deals or buying things in bulk. Those always reduces cost in the long run. And lastly, I will also encourage having fundraising activities. Either it be obviously you want it to be lower in cost, so something that's like a bake sale, or you have garage sales where students can give old products or old clothes they have that is in good condition, and we can sell it at a lower price, which we could earn some money from too. So we could reduce costs while improving the welfare of many students. So the first thing I will look for is ratioing. So that means that you take the cost to the potential profit and you make a calculation, like the assumption of how much you would earn from a certain activity or initiative. And secondly, I will also look at the previous years where those activities have taken place and the students' response to it. If we get a lot of students who participate in it and the potential of having higher profits or likely, we will probably proceed with the activity. But if the responses to some initiatives don't work out, then it's better to not go through with the activity, or we opt for a more cost saving option to earn the profit.
You may respond now.
So when it comes to fundraising, I brought up two examples that you could do throughout the year, which the first one being a big sale. So I'm very sure we have a lot of students in university already. So there will be a student or two that are interested in baking. So we can encourage those students to participate in this activity, and they could bake, and together, like, it also increases students togetherness, like they could get together and bake it and to sell it. So that is some increases morale. And then secondly, I got a garage sale, which is where we have pre-existing funds already. So from that, we could get the items from students at a cheaper, lower price because it's secondhand already, and then we could sell it to the other students who might have interest in said products or clothing or anything it is. Because it's also more eco-friendly because we're reusing things that other people don't use that usually go to trash, and we also increase our funds. Even though it's a little bit, it still makes a huge difference. So that's what I meant by funding activities. And there's much more we could think about, but this is the two main ones that I think are very cost friendly and more engaging with students. So when it comes to adapting to the budget that let's just see by foreseen circumstances we have some issue, I would say before everything starts, I want to have a budgeting system so where I have a clear overview of what we might spend our money on and from what kind of activities or what kind of actions we have money inflow into the student association. So that's the first thing. So at least we could have a certain understanding of what our financial status would be by the end of the year. And then secondly, I would say let's just see something does happen and we can change it or something like that. We could use things that we already have. Let's just say there was one of the activities that happened was henna where they already have this henna product and they just have to apply it on students' hands and we could also earn money from that. So even though it's small margin, I would say it makes a difference, like I said previously too. And yeah, just small changes that we the things we already have. We don't have to purchase new things at all. Because we have a lot of students who have different things at their home that we could use for our students. So when it comes to transparency, the first thing I thought about was having not an exact system of bookkeeping, but somewhat of and that kind of idea of bookkeeping. So we have where we spend our money, where the money is going all in a book. So it's better for not just me, but everyone else, my peers, to look through it. And because I'm aware that the bank account for Rumsa, it is not under the school, but it's personal. So when it comes to that, I think it's important for me to share this private information and personal information as such with my peers every single month. Where the money is coming in, where the money is going out, every month I would tell them to let them know our financial standing of that year or of that month. And yeah, just sharing the information, not just keeping it to myself. I think it's fair for everyone to know. This is not my account, it's everyone's. So in the case of insufficient funds, as you mentioned, I will not expect my peers to put in their own personal money, as I think it's a very risky thing to do because mixing personal finances with organizations' finances always never ends up good. But as treasurer of Rumsa, I would be able to fork out some sort of money in a case where we desperately need funds. So I would try to, as I mentioned previously in the methods, I would try to reduce the cost of said function with any methods possible. Uh, I think that's about it. I just do not support my own peers taking on the money. But if you want to do so, I will not say no, but it'll be a high risk. I will maybe try to do ratioing in terms of cost and profit and let them know what kind of what are the profits we might foresee with this function. If they're happy with it, if they're okay with it, they can go ahead and fund it. But I would not be okay with that funding it. So I'm aware I'm running alone for the Ramza treasurer position, and I do believe I'll put in effort, but I just keep things on the low because as finances and topics as when it relates to money are usually very sensitive, and it's better to not say out in open to many people. And I would. I also understand my role is to maintain a stable inflow and outflow of cash throughout my 1 year in Ramza. But I just yeah, I believe I put in effort by not saying out to other people about the financial standing of the student association, and that's better than um saying out or complaining very loud to other people when it comes to finances. But, yeah. So from my personal view, I believe that many people have partners in their phone, things that they already bought but they do not use or stuff like that. So I think it's a good opportunity for them to sell it and earn money because everyone obviously would love to earn money from selling things or whatever it is. So I will also say that making friends, like I believe that we could have people participate, like just in the bake sale or the handout, something like that. We could, instead of bossing them around, be like, oh, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, but be their friend, encourage them, lightly nudge them to participate in this kind of activities, which would help Rumsa at the same time. Yeah, the goal is to have a good relationship because finances not just depend on how well you manage your your cash inflows and outflows, but also how well you can have connections with people and how well you speak to people, as that will help you in the long run.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Junya and I'm a first year law student. I'm running for the role of publicity because I want to ensure that every student is well informed. To me, publicity isn't just about creating Instagram posts and making announcements, but it's also about fostering a sense of community and inspiring participation. I've been working as a secretary under the publicity department and also as publicity under clubs in Reading. So this has given me valuable insights into the role and its responsibilities. My goal is to create impactful campaigns that bring students closer together. I hope to bridge the gap that some students may feel between Rumsa officers and the wider student bodies. So, with my experience from previous roles and my passion for content creation, I believe I can excel in this role. Thank you. So, to ensure that information conveyed to students remains accurate, true, and concise, as a publicity officer, I will be committed to keeping students informed about all matters related to their academics, their student well-being, and their lives on campus. So to do this, I will work with the relevant parties and communicate with them to ensure that all information provided is accurate and true. This way, hopefully, students can feel connected to decisions regarding them and therefore foster trust throughout our community. So, to balance physical campaigns and digital campaigns, first let's talk about digital campaigns. We can do what we've always been doing, which is Instagram videos, posters, which can also be posted all around campus. And rather than just being basic and sticking to normal social media content creation, we can also think of more interesting ways to make students feel connected, such as scavenger hunts that tie up to our upcoming events, or also miniature pop-up booths on campus where students can feel connected to our activities, such as photo stations where they can take pictures. So we can connect students not only through online means but also through physical means for those who are not that active in terms of social media. So to evaluate the effectiveness of communication methods done as a publicity officer, this can be judged based on the participation rate of students in our events because it shows how well the event has been publicized and whether or not students feel inclined to participate in these activities. However, if the participation rate is not very high and we want to find out why, this can be done through feedback forms or online polls so that we can look more deeper into why students do not want to join these events and further improve from that.
Okay.
So to connect our student community and neighboring institutions, my idea is to create joint events such as cultural nights, student mixers, and sports tournaments. We can work together with neighboring institutions and co-promote through our shared social media campaigns. This way, we can ensure that everyone is well informed and involved, and we can strengthen our connection with other schools. Whereas for our own student community, I believe that we can actively collaborate with clubs and societies and to promote their events so that students know more about them. And we can also ensure that initiatives provide for the needs of students. Other than that, we can also engage students through polls, surveys to further understand what caters best to their needs. So in a situation where that happens, first off, you have to respect the decision of the university because at the end of the day, decisions made by the school are all for the betterment of the students. So as publicity, I will work with the relevant parties to ensure that communication is transparent and true so that there are no misunderstandings. And also, I hope that when communicating decisions, we can remain honest. And even though we were not given prior notice, at the end of the day, it is all for the students, and we must reflect that. So, in the unfortunate event where a crisis such as the confession page happens, my first step would be to ensure that all facts are true and that this is not just based off of rumors. I will verify the information with the correct department and sources. Moving on, once I have verified that information, I will consult the relevant parties such as SWAS and other Rumsa members to assess the situation and then determine the best course of action. I will work with the team to develop an action plan that outlines how we will handle the situation, the measures taken to address the issues, and preventive measures to ensure that this does not happen again in the future. Once the action plan is in place, I will release a press statement to inform students, which will provide them with factual information, clarification of misconceptions, outline the steps being taken to address the issue, and then ensure that the university is committed to resolving the matter effectively. That way, the reputation of our university will not be jeopardized, and neither will the reputation of Rumsa. To answer that question, I believe that when creating content, it should be something that feels authentic and speaks to students. And an example would be a post created on our campaign Instagram Rumsa House, when we didn't have that many followers, but we managed to gather more than 130 likes on one of our reels because it was something that appealed to students and they felt interested in watching. So rather than just creating normal posters, I believe we can go beyond that and showcase the vibrancy and diversity of our campus communities. This can be done through ways such as behind the scenes footage or student spotlights or candid snapshots rather than just informative posters being posted every day. And with that, I hope to create a sense of belonging among students and engage them more with our Instagram. What I would do is let the student understand why the decision was made as such because there must be a reason as to why that media statement was put out. Of course, we cannot ensure that every single person or student 100% agrees with all the decisions made in our university, and that is fine. The best we can do is ensure that they understand why this decision was made. At the end of the day, we are doing our best for the general community in our school, and hopefully the students can understand the importance of that. First of all, I wouldn't say that I am winning by default because there is still the other option of Ron. If students think that I am not capable enough for this role, they are always welcome to vote for that position. However, I chose this role because it's something that I am passionate about and I am confident that I am able to do a good job when facing challenges. So when I signed up for this, I believe that I will be able to do my best, and I had a clear vision when I signed up to run for these elections. Not because I knew or I had an idea that I would be running alone, but because I want to be able to give back to the student community in a way that represents myself truly.
Hello everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful one. I'm Sean from UoRM Real Estate, who is running for sports officer for Rumsa 2025. I've been around this campus for 1.5 years, and I'm quite active in the sports clubs. During my time around, I participated as BOD in some of the clubs, and I'm currently serving as a president secretary. This experience taught me how to manage and organize an event to executing the event. I'm running for sports officer because I want to show the benefits of sports to students, such as encourage improvements, reduce stress, uniting people, just to name a few. People in campus often voice out their opinions and feedback on events. I'm a listener and I will stand my ground on what majority of the students want and what is right. That's all from me. Okay, so to how will I promote inclusivity is I will listen to students' feedback on events, and I will try to improve from what they don't know, and I will try to do what majority of the students want, and I will make sure all the sports clubs are included in club fest, and they will not be ignored. I will support every sports club during their events, such as promoting and distributing waters to the competitors. So that's all. So to enhance the facilities, I see the need to open a mini gym in the campus. Because gym not only improve students' physique, but also it provides students a stronger immunity, so they won't get sick easily, and it also provide benefits to students' mental health, such as reducing stress, and will increase their energy during the daytime. And how will I do this? I'm planning to request from SWAS and the monthly fee is 60, but it's a mini gym, so it's gonna be I see this need because following by the closing shutdown of LSE complex gym, most of the students here they are looking forward to gym nearby, so they don't have to drive to Bata or somewhere else for gym. Okay, that's all from me. I think the house system is very good. I'll continue the housing system, but I do think there's some places that can improve the participant rate for the sports day. Instead of sports day, you can make it into a sports month. It will be I will try to collab with athletic club and some of the clubs like this, and we will give the students 2 to 3 months of prep time, so they will have training sessions hosting like on the 2 to 3 months before the sports month. So this is to secure the participant rate. So we already hosted a training session, so students will come to compete. And the prize will be provided from SOAS too. Yeah. And promo will be done in basically the same way. Also from First, I will find out what's the issue, why are they not attending the session. If they are not interested, I will try my best to make them attract them to the Can I have my 1 minute? Okay, first I will find out why the students are not attending. So for example, if students might not know that that event is going on because there were no promo done for that event. I will work out with my publicity officer and try my best to make a good promotion to attract more students to participate in the event. Okay, first I will do a survey and I will make a form and distribute to the students through email or IG Rumsa page, and I will have students to vote for should we open the gym? Is it necessary? If majority like 50 of the students or above wish to have a gym in the campus, okay, we got one vote already.
If this is a vote, everyone can vote also.
Okay, where was I?
If majority vote for gymming,
Yeah, if majority of students vote for gym, I will actually use my name, and all the budgeting will not be just on trust. I will work with my vice president who is in charge for external such as sponsorship, and he can get the budget from there. That's all.
where's the place?
Place gonna be on
Reception, hard space, below hard space, below reception,
Underground.
car park.
it's gonna be in a room in the university. Alright, so I will encourage them to join the event still, but that's all, but I will try my best to make them feel like they are included if they are interested. That's it. So for some of those people that don't know what is going on at Publicity Complex, recently, just few months before, Publicity Complex is taken over by another company, and then they remove the student discount, increase all the price, so it's not very affordable for students. I don't think it's no longer like Publicity, but it's very expensive, and I will try to contact Publicity Complex and ask them to bring back the students' discount, and if the club is hosting every week, like weekly session, I would try to ask if they can give discount on that because it's fixed weekly. Right, that's all from me.